In this video, we'll discover the benefits of being focused. So far, it's safe to say that being focused can help yield great benefits, not only for the mind and body, but the overall life quality of a person. Here's how being focused can help you achieve greater success and control of your life. When you're focused, you can take control of the things that you're doing. But if you're not focused, that task or thing will end up controlling you. Once you've become focused on something and you have channeled all your energy into that particular task, you can handle the task in a better way. Control will also come easy when you apply all three types of focus simultaneously into all your tasks. Inner focus will keep you on track and away from distractions, while paying attention to others makes you more aware. But it is perhaps outer focus that will be the most beneficial in gaining control, since it gives you the flexibility to give you a contingency plan if needed. Being focused helps harvest positive energy in the body. It also allows you to get control out of a negative spiral and put things into perspective. When you look at different aspects of daily life, the instinctive reaction is to pay attention to the deficits and focus on what's wrong. And because attention amplifies everything, focus on the negative aspects will make everything worse. Instead, it is best to detach from the problem and reinvest focus on how to make the best out of a bad situation. Everyday obstacles are an unavoidable occurrence, but when you focus on the positive, it can help you get through difficult times more steadily. Perhaps situations like this will demand that you bring out your inner focus fully, since such situations affects the individual personally. The same can also create chaos in life, so focusing on the positive can help reduce or get rid of this chaos completely. One of the most important benefits of staying focused is that it refines your problem-solving skills. If you're not focused, you will never make it through a problem. The way an individual approaches a problem can vary greatly. For instance, one person may focus more on the reason of the problem than the solution, and the other vice versa. The former of these will have problem-focused thinking, while the latter will engage in solution-focused thinking. Of the two, problem-focused thinking will not help solve anything, but solution-focused thinking can yield the opposite result. Instills decision-making skills. The ability to make decisions is crucial for survival and cannot be executed without focus. Successful decision-making is based on the principles of logical and critical thinking, which needs to be focus-based. Whether you are a boss or an employee, whether you are a parent or a student, you need to make several decisions either on a daily basis or on an occasional basis. None of the decisions can be made until and unless you are completely focused on the issue. In addition, the issue does not resolve by simply making any decision, but it has to be the right one. Plus, making the right decision also involves executing it correctly. The process includes identifying critical decisions and filtering out unimportant ones. Making the right decision also means you need to focus on getting the right information to make a good decision. Removes distractions. Success is not something that can be achieved without determination and willpower. To have both these attributes, you need to focus on getting rid of distractions. While it may seem that people who are highly organized and successful are just like everybody, this is not the case. Instead, they have several habits that are associated with the elimination of distractions from their life. Distractions can take you away from your goals and aims, even on a daily basis. Even the most common distraction can make the completion of the task an impossibility. Thus, you need to stay focused, because it's only through staying focused that you can succeed in getting rid of distractions. Once you're able to do that, there's nothing stopping you from achieving your goals or getting your tasks done. At the end of the day, it always comes down to how focused you are on your goal. If you ask any famous successful person, you would see that focus was a big part of their story. And it's because they stayed focused that they achieved the position that they are in today. Get things done. This is probably the one benefit of being focused that we all feel in our daily life. If you stay focused, there's a better chance of you being able to finish something you started or complete something that you're supposed to do. Anyone who is not focused tends to postpone the task until some next day or other time, and as a result, the task remains undone. Being focused is a demand of every profession and every field of life. In every single sphere of life, you will need to be focused to get done what needs to get done.
Generates satisfaction.
Staying focused also makes you feel content with yourself and everyone else around you. If you're not focused on one thing and your mind is always wandering around, you'll have more pressure and stress on your mind and body. This robs you of any peace that you could hope for. Once you are focused, you can just keep one thing in front of your eyes, and that makes you feel content because your brain and heart are finally in sync with what they want and what they need to do. Builds momentum. Focus increases effectiveness, which in turn lets you progress faster with your tasks. The faster you get your scheduled tasks out of the way, the greater your productivity. Focus-based momentum also helps you stay on track and prevents derailing. On the other hand, changing direction deflates momentum and disturbs focus as well. This point can also tie in with multitasking, where you may be trying to get too much done at one time, and every task suffers. So, to stay in momentum, start a job on time, finish it all the way through, and then move on to the next task. Reduces stress. Staying focused also helps reduce stress, as all your concentration will be on the task at hand. A lack of focus, on the other hand, leads to becoming overwhelmed with too much to do and too little time to do it. Being overwhelmed also impairs your judgment on where to start, and that can be stressful too. With focus, clarity becomes improved. It allows you to get out of overwhelm, which in turn reduces stress and leads to improved outcomes. With clarity intact, you can see the progress you're making and will work with focus to achieve your desired results. Focus gives direction and purpose to a task. In this sense, it engages the interest and effort of the individual. With a clear-cut target in sight, you will not be hesitant to put in additional effort, since most people are not afraid of hard work, but the possibility of failure. When goals are not articulated, it becomes hard and even impossible to focus on how to achieve them. So, focus-oriented direction will pique interest and engagement in all scenarios.